Making $136 trading Tesla short. What is going on, guys? Welcome on into a trade recap. Let's get into it. So we have this is actually, I think this is my first trade on Tesla in a while. I don't remember. I honestly don't think I've traded Tesla in a long time now, like months we're talking about. But happy to be back and happy to be on the green side of it, I guess. The reason why really was because Tesla started to give us some action the past couple of days with some votes and whatever. So it started to pop off a little bit. And we essentially traded this setup as a bear flag, which is kind of rare for this year in general. And I have not been good with them because the market's been going up, which makes sense. But it was on a 5-minute time frame, and we were playing off of kind of a gap fill trade idea. So we'll get into it. You can see, based off the chart here on TSLA, which, as you load up, you kind of can see the idea, right? We entered on the breakdown here, and we got out on the flush, which actually was pretty close to the bottom. Didn't bottom ticket, but I got pretty darn close. And I honestly could have got in earlier. Like if I got in a little bit earlier, I would have made more money on the trade because I was risking off the high of this breaking candle. But I got in a little bit late, and yeah, is what it is. So no complaints. We took it anyway, and that's the deal. So 5-minute. Oh, let's broaden it out. Either way, right? We got a pretty good looking chart setting up for more for the downside, I think. But either way, let's take a peek at the bigger picture. So overall, here's kind of the deal. We know Tesla has been weak compared to the overall market as of late. Big picture. We're talking about past year. Okay, fair enough. Whatever. You zoom into as of late, and you see kind of a consolidation. Now, the thing that I am playing off of here is Tesla tried to break down. Whoops, sorry, massive move up. And then it's like, whoops, sorry, come back down. So it's playing this range. It's been playing games. It does not want to go. It does not want to make a move. It does not want to have a decisive move. It's just what's been happening. It's been choppy, okay? So when I see Tesla, I go to the 5-minute time frame, and I see, so after the gap up yesterday morning, it came down and then consolidated all day. This morning, pretty much opening up right around it gapped up a bit from where it closed off yesterday and then got nailed right back down. And this also happens to be very close to yesterday's low. So I'm like, okay, interesting. Which also happens to be very, very close to a gap fill back to the close back on Wednesday, which has now been pretty much filled. So my thought was, okay, well, let's target the gap fill. So I targeted 178.50, which we hit down to 178.25 roughly. So far, it could go for more. And that was really the idea. That was the trade idea. So I got my setup. I got the consolidation. I had a big move down. You had a classic bear flag look, big move down off the open on the 5-minute time frame, consolidate, break the consolidation, looking for more, and then pair that up with a bigger picture. Tesla's been weak as of the bigger picture, and we've got a gap to fill back to here. It's been choppy. There's a decent chance that we can kind of fill back through that gap because it hasn't made a decisive move. It's not, ripping up or dumping off. It's just kind of doing its thing in like the medium term. Short term, weak, as in today. Medium term, choppy. Big term, weak. You have 2 of the 3 in my favor and 1 not in my favor or not for or against, kind of in between. So that was kind of the idea. So that was the trade. And with that, we put ourselves at, well, we're climbing back out of the hole that was developed earlier this month based off those massive fees on stupid crypto that I traded back on the 6th. If you want to go back to that trade recap, you can see it. But technically speaking, from trading, like my actual trading, it's green, but we have fees to play off of. That we took like $300 in fees that I didn't need to take. So it is what it is. Halfway through the month, roughly. We got about 2 more weeks to go. I have some open trades. We'll see if they get closed out. We'll see if I entered a new one on Netflix. We'll see what happens to that one. A couple things to kind of, be watching, and we'll go into next week. We're going into next week at least on a green note, which is good. And the sizing, like I talked about in the past, we are extremely close to making a very large move up in sizing. From a trade copier perspective, it won't really be like, I'm not going to necessarily realize that. But trying a new or moving on to the next a higher challenge. So we'll see. Thanks so much. I'll leave links to TradeZella where I track everything down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.